If you want to know how and why they chose me to go down, it's all in this book, spelled out in detail. Actually, they didn't choose me. I pushed my way. It's all in there. You'll find it interesting. Now, everybody look to your left right now. Your other left. Yeah. See that picture on the wall, that submarine? That's a Russian submarine. It's called Mir. Same one that James Cameron used to make the movie. I was in that sub. Now, everyone look here. I'm going to tell you about my dive. Here we go. That sub is 28 feet long, and right in the front is a titanium hollow core ball this big around. 6.5 feet in diameter, 19 inches thick, and there's 3 grown men in there with all the instruments, and there's no place to sit. I was on a board 3 feet long, 10 inches wide, all scrunched up like this in the fetal position on my elbow for 12 hours. It takes 2.5 hours to get down 2.5 miles to the wreck site. They turn off all the lights to conserve the batteries. Now I'm alone with my own thoughts in total darkness. When we arrived, they turned on the lights, and moments later, I was right over the bow. The same spot where Jack in the movie held out his arm. He said, "I'm the king of the world." I went right over that spot. I said, "Take me to the captain's cabin." James Cameron said the side was already gone. They took me there. I was 5 feet from the captain's bathtub for 10 minutes while they were changing film. My job was to pick up artifacts. See these pictures behind me? That's what I saw for 7 hours. I found a wrench down there. The mouth on it was this big, sticking straight up in the ocean floor, like somebody thrown a gun. Found many items of value. We brought them all back, and I stayed focused on picking up artifacts. Not emotional, get involved, but after an hour and a half, you see all the debris scattered on the ocean floor. You see a shoe over here and a hat over there, and it just hit me like a ton of bricks. It got personal. All I could think of was what took place on April 9th. 1,500 souls slipped into eternity that quick. All of them had plans to get to New York and start a new life. It never happened. Life can be short, folks. Make sure you tell your loved one every day how much you love them. I've had so many people tell me over the years, "Lowell, you've done so many amazing, scary, risky, dangerous things. You need to write a book. People would love it." I finally did. It's here in the gift shop. Diving into the deep. It's not all about my dive to the Titanic, though that's woven throughout, but a lot about the risky adventures that's happened in my life over these many years. Diving into the deep. Now, before I went down on my dive, they said, "If you can find a first-class window down there, pick it up. We don't have one." And I found one. We brought it up, they took it out of the basket, and when they did, it bumped the basket. And little pieces of rust from the metal frame of that window fell into the basket. And I said to the crew, "Excuse me, what do you do with all that stuff in the basket there?" "Oh, we just dump it overboard." I didn't know. Don't do that. It's part of the Titanic. What would you do? They're going to throw it away anyway, right? I reached in there and I got a whole bunch of those pieces and I put them in plastic and I gave to some friends of mine. Unfortunately, this is the last piece that I've got. Now, if I were to ask you what that looks like, you'd probably say it looks like a little piece of rust. That's because it's a little piece of rust. But it's more than that. Oh yeah, a whole lot more than that. This is a piece of the Titanic. Stand right here. Where's your parents? Hold your hand out. See that dark spot in there? That's a little piece of rust from the window of the Titanic. right, that lens is small. Never see your teeth. There you go. You are now holding a real piece of the RMS Titanic in your hand at this moment. You realize how rare that is, how few people have ever done that or ever will. That's worth thousands of dollars to a collector. I wouldn't sell it, it's illegal. I'm not giving it to you either.
That's great.
Now you're going to go tell your friends that you held a piece of the Titanic, and they're going to say, "No, you never did. Nobody does that."
I've got
Here's
documentation.
my telephone number. You have to call me. All right, kids, I want you to stand up next to your parents right now. Everyone in the room, listen up. I'm going to tell you a story you've never heard before. True story. Something happened on the Titanic.